Hello students, welcome to you. Today in this class we are going to read a poem named Mirror, and this is being written by Sylvia Plath. Okay, so here let us read few lines on the poet. Sylvia Plath has taken birth in the year 1932 and died in the year 1963. In her life, as in her poetry, tried to fuse the roles of muse, mother and poet. Her poetry is intensely personal and powerfully confessional. So here, the poems of Sylvia Plath is intentional as well as confessional. Means it confesses something related to life. Okay. So here, what is written? So now, from the very beginning, I have told you one thing, and what is that? That is, in the title itself, the theme of the complete poem lies. So here, what is the mirror? What is the title? Title is mirror. And normally, what is the work of a mirror? Normally, as we know, we see our face in the mirror. Why? Either we are looking good or looking bad. Okay, to have a view on ourselves. Either people are beautiful or not, either they are handsome or not. To know all these things, they are looking at the mirror. But what is the special thing regarding the mirror? One writer has written, a mirror is always treacherous. It shows you what you want to see. Means if you want to see that you are looking very beautiful, you will look beautiful. And if you want that, means if you are feeling that you are not beautiful, you are looking little bit ugly, the same image will be reflected in the mirror. But here, the mirror is being described as something else. And what is that? Mirror is truthful. The foremost character of a mirror is truthful. It speaks, it focuses the truth. So now, let us read what is written in the poem. I am silver and exact. Exact means what? It has a proper shape. Either oval or square, rectangle, round, whatever it is. But it has a proper shape. The mirror is having a proper shape. It is not like water. It is silver. And what is the color of a mirror? It is silver color. Why? Because it's neat and clean. It is transparent. And it looks silver color. I have no preconceptions. Now it is written I. I means here in this poem, who is the speaker? Mirror is the speaker. And preconception means what? To have an idea beforehand. To have a picture beforehand is known as preconception. So here the mirror is speaking that I am exact. I have a particular shape. And I am silver. I am quite transparent. My color is silver color. But at the same time, I don't have any preconception. Means I don't have any beforehand idea. Okay. Nothing is being printed in the mirror. Nothing is there inside the mirror. Understood it? Whatever I see, I swallow immediately. Swallow means to take in. Okay. And here it is mentioned, the mirror is speaking that whatever I see, whatever it is being reflected, whatever is kept in front of the mirror, suddenly it takes in. Okay. Immediately means without losing any time, the mirror takes it in. As it is, unmisted. Unmisted means what? Unaffected. And by love or dislike. And it is as it is. It is means what is referring? Whatever the thing is being placed in front of the mirror, it is being reflected faithfully. Just as it is. And the mirror focuses the exact thing. There is no change. I am having two hands. In front of the mirror, I can't say that I have four hands. It's not practically possible. Okay. So the same thing is being mentioned here. So the mirror reflects everything faithfully without a little bit change in the thing. Without a little change in the things. And what is written? Unmisted means unaffected. At the same time, the mirror is not at all affected by love or dislike. Okay. Mirror is not at all affected. The mirror is not affected by love or dislike. Means the mirror doesn't love anyone, and the mirror also doesn't hate anyone. Okay. No love, no hate. Mirror is not prejudiced against anyone. I am not cruel, only truthful. But the mirror is speaking that the mirror is not cruel, but it speaks the truth. It is truthful. Who is truthful? The mirror is truthful. The eye of a little god, four corner. So here it is mentioned eye of a little god. Why little god is mentioned? What is the significant thing that we know on God? That God is omnipresent and God can see everything. Okay, even when we have the small eyes, we can see the vast universe. Likewise, even when the mirror is small one, still our complete image can be reflected in a small mirror. Understood? So here, as God sees the truth, likewise, the truth is reflected by the mirror. Everything is reflected faithfully and truthfully in the mirror. Four-cornered. So here, the mirror has also given a shape to itself. But here, the God's eyes are either round or little bit as our eyes. But here, the eyes of mirror is four-cornered. It has four corners because it is referring to the mirror. Understood it? So in the same time, it is mentioned what is the theme of this stanza 1? In stanza 1, the mirror is speaking that it is not affected by truth or lie, and the mirror is not having any preconception, means the mirror is not having any beforehand image inside it, but whatever comes in front of it, it's shallow, it takes in immediately, and the mirror is not at all affected by love or hatredness. At the same time, the mirror is also speaking that the mirror is not cruel. If you are feeling quite sad after watching yourself in the mirror, then it doesn't mean that mirror is cruel, but it focuses the truth. The eye of a little God, four-cornered. And here it is mentioned the eye of a little God. The mirror is just like the eye of a little God, but here the mirror is four-cornered. Understood it? So here what is mentioned? The truthfulness is being reflected in the mirror is clearly mentioned in this stanza. You understood or not? Okay. So now this is your second stanza. So your first stanza is over. This is stanza number 2. And as we know, the mirror is truthful. It focuses everything what is truth. The truth is completely focused, means reflected in the mirror. So what is written? Most of the time I meditate. What do you mean by meditate? Meditation. But here brooding, focusing. Okay? Concentrating. So here it means concentrate. Means concentrate, focus, brooding on. Okay, so all these things are the synonyms. I meditate on the opposite wall. Okay. Now you can ask me the question, why opposite wall? Look, normally we have the dressing table etc. where the mirror is fixed. But what is the real place of a mirror? Normally we hang the mirror like this in the wall. So when we are hanging the mirror on this side, definitely in the opposite side there is a wall. Okay, that is not, it means we are not hanging the mirror outside of our house. Inside our house, we are only hanging. If you are speaking, there are some paintings, that is your problem. Okay, because normally wall means plain. So when we are hanging the mirror, the complete mirror means the opposite wall is reflected. It's seen in this mirror. Understood? This is the point. So the mirror is speaking that the opposite wall is not reflected. The mirror is meditating on the opposite wall. Okay. It is pink with speckles. Speckles means what? Spots. So, what is the color of the opposite wall? It is pink color. Normally pink color is the favorite of most of the people. Okay. And here it is written, but that is not plain pink. That is speckles. Look. Here are also some speckles, means some patches. Some spots are there on the wall, and that is also clearly reflected in the mirror. I have looked at it so long, and the mirror is meditating on the opposite wall for a long period of time, because always we are not looking our face in the mirror. Understood? So most of the time the mirror is focusing on the opposite wall. I think it is a part of my heart. And it's the opposite mirror, means the opposite wall is being reflected in the mirror for a long period of time. That's why the mirror is thinking that this is a part of its heart. Means that opposite wall is also belonging to the mirror itself. Understood? But it flickers. Flickers means fluctuates, passes quickly. Okay, flashes on or off quickly. But that opposite wall is not constant in the mirror. Sometimes the opposite wall is reflected, and some of the time the opposite wall is not reflected. Why? What is the reason? Faces in darkness separate us over and over. There are some faces, means people are coming to see our face. People are coming to see their face. At the same time, there is also darkness. And the darkness is also focused, means darkness is also reflected in the mirror. So that's why it is mentioned, the mirror and the wall, they are being separated. Suppose this is the mirror. the opposite wall is being reflected. Suppose here I am standing. So here I am the one, means I am the barrier in between the wall and the mirror. So likewise it is mentioned that faces, people used to see their face, and darkness separate us over and over. Over and over means again and again. They are being separated by faces or by darkness. Now I am a lake. It is mentioned, now I am a lake. This is a metaphor. Okay? Because the mirror is not compared with the lake, the mirror states that it is a lake. Why? What is the reason? Lake is vast. Okay? Vastness of the lake. Likewise, mirror's heart is quite vast. Okay? Second thing is that in the lake, when there was no mirror, people used to see their face in the water. So, lake is the best example of it because the water is constant. So, here, the vastness of lake is also there and the reflection quality is also there. That's why the mirror is speaking that now it is the lake. Understood? A woman bends over me. So, here it is mentioned that the woman is bending, means definitely the woman is looking like this. Otherwise, if it is said, or it might be like looking like this. But here the mirror is speaking that the woman is bending over the mirror. Where? In front of the mirror, the woman is standing and looking at her face. Understood it? So here what is the theme? The theme is that the mirror is speaking. Most of the time it is meditating on the opposite wall. And it is meditating on the opposite wall. It is focusing on the opposite wall for such a long time that it feels that the opposite wall belonging as his heart. It is a part of its heart. At the same time, it is also mentioned that, but the opposite wall flickers, means on and off, means suddenly it flashes on and in. And it is mentioned, faces in darkness separate us from time to time because people are seeing their own face and darkness is also there. That's why they are being separated. And now the mirror is speaking that now I am a lake because a lady is bending over it in order to see her face in the mirror. Understood it? Okay. So, in the last stanza, what was the last line? The last line was that a lady is bending over the mirror because she wanted to see what she really is. Understood? Now what is written? Searching my riches for what she really is. And now the lady searching my riches. My riches means what? The mirror's riches. The lady is bending over the mirror because she wanted to know what can the mirror reflect. Either truth can be reflected in the mirror or not. That is why the lady is bending over the mirror. For what she really is. Then she turns. It means here, though it is not mentioned for what she really is, though it is not clearly mentioned what is being reflected, the lady after bending over the mirror had seen her real face. Okay, her age and how she is looking like. Either she is looking beautiful or not, everything is being reflected in the mirror. And definitely the lady is not happy. That's why what is mentioned, then she turns to those liars. Those liars means there are something, they are known as the liars. The candles or the moon. You must have seen in movies also a number of songs are there picturized on moon and on candle. Because that evolve the exuding feelings. Okay. It focuses, means it realizes someone that you are really looking beautiful in the spotlight or in the moonlit night or in the candle light. So, the same thing is also mentioned. So, the reality, the exact age and the exact beauty of the lady is being reflected in the mirror and the lady definitely didn't like it. That's why she is looking towards the candle and towards the moon in order to know the truth. Because in the first hand, she did not believe the mirror. I see her back. I see her back means what? Look, in this line, the lady is looking at the mirror. In this line, she is not satisfied with what is being reflected in the mirror. That's why she turned to the moonlight and turned to the candle. And once again, the lady is also not satisfied with the reflection, with the image which is being given by the candle or the moon. That's why I see her back. Means once again, the lady is looking at her face in the mirror. Once again, the lady is looking at mirror. That's why it is mentioned, I see her back. Okay, means once again, turn back, return back, means what? Again, second visit. So, for the second time, the lady once again is looking at herself. and reflect it faithfully and without cheating, without speaking lie. Once again, the mirror is also reflecting the beauty of the lady faithfully. Means what is the reality is being reflected in the mirror faithfully. Means truth is exposed. She rewards me. So here in this line, the lady sees her image, sees her face in the mirror. And now the lady is able to realize that now she is growing old. She has no beauty of youth. She rewards me with tears. And why there is tear? Because the lady realized her advancing year and now day by day she is going towards old age. She rewards me with tears and an agitation of hand. Agitation of hand means what? She is just rubbing her tears and she is not happy. She is agitating. She is not at all happy. So that's why she might be moving her hands and she is not at all happy. Tear is rolling down because she realized that she is growing old. Advancing year is there. Advancing age is also there. And what is mentioned that I am important to her. She comes and goes. So here in this line it is mentioned. She rewards me tear. She was crying. The lady was crying because she is able to see her real face in the mirror. And agitation of her hand and her hands also started trembling because she realized her beauty. She realized the truth because she is growing old. It's mentioned. I am important to her. She comes and goes. And here the mirror is speaking that whatever it is, the mirror is important to the lady. And the lady is coming to him, coming to the mirror. And as well as the lady is also going away from the mirror. Okay. So, she comes and goes. She is not referring to mirror. She is referring to the lady. Okay. So, the lady is coming to the mirror and going back. It means so many times the lady is looking at her own face which is being reflected in the mirror. Understood it? So what is the theme of this stanza? Here a lady is looking at the mirror and the lady is trying to see either she is beautiful or not, but she is not happy with the first reflection, with the first image which is being provided by the mirror. That's why she is turning to the moon as well as to the candle. But for the second time, when she sees herself in the candlelight, or when she is looking towards the candle and looking towards the moon, even at that time also she is not at all happy. That's why once again she is turning to mirror. And here this time also the mirror reflects her faithfully. And now the lady is crying. There is tear in her eyes because she realized the advancing of age. She is growing old day by day. Means going to be a senior citizen. So it is mentioned at the same time her hands also started trembling. Because of the fear, because of the advancing age. Means day by day she is going towards death. I am important to her. She comes and goes. And the mirror is speaking that whatever it is, the mirror is too important for the lady. And so many times the lady is coming and looking at her own face in the mirror. And once again she is turning back. Means she is going back. Understood this stanza? So here, in the last stanza, what did we discuss? That the lady was crying. As well as she was giving the agitation of her hand, means waving of her hand. Okay, her hands might be trembling. She might be waving towards the mirror because the mirror did focus the truth. Now, in the last stanza, what is written? It's morning. It is her face that replaces the darkness. Means throughout the night, the darkness was being reflected in the mirror. But in the early morning, her face replaces the darkness. Means darkness removes and the girl's or the lady's face is reflected in the mirror. In me, she has drawn. Drawn means here it means to grow older. Okay, means previously she was a small girl, then young, then old lady. Okay, so in me she has drawn. In me means in front of the mirror only. Now don't ask that the mirror might not have broken since a number of years. It might have made broken, but a new might have been replaced. Okay, but anyway, mirror is a mirror. In me, she has drawn a young girl, and in front of the mirror only. She was a small baby, and in front of the mirror only, she became a young girl, and in me, an old woman. And right now, in front of the mirror only, the lady is an old woman. Understood it? Means the mirror has witnessed the growing age of the girl phrase by phrase. Means slowly, the mirror is the sole witness of the advancing age of the lady. Rises towards her day. After day. Towards her day means towards the end of her day. Means in front of the mirror only, the lady is growing day by day, day by day, day by day. The lady is growing towards her day, means towards the end of her life. like a terrible fish. Why it is mentioned terrible fish? As the fish grows quickly, some fishes grows quickly. Likewise, it is mentioned very quickly. Means in the blink of an eye, we can spend 1 year of our life. Okay. Sometimes we are speaking, we are already 16 years old, isn't it? We are unable to realize the time. So it is mentioned, rises towards the day after day like a terrible fish. Means in front of the mirror only, the lady is going to die. Means the lady has become an old, means the young girl became an old lady. And ultimately, she is going towards the last destination of her life, that is death. Understood it? So here the stanza meaning is, every morning, her face is being replaced by darkness. Means darkness is replaced. Means there was darkness, but the lady sees her face. And in front of the mirror only, there was the advancing age of the lady. Means the mirror is the sole witness of the advancing age. Previously she was a small girl, then a young girl, then a lady. Now she is going to be an old lady. Rises towards her day after day like a terrible fish. And just like a terrible fish, the lady is growing day by day, she is growing older. And she is going to die very soon. That's why the lady also realized that she is growing old day by day. That's why she started crying. Tear rolled down from her cheek. And she gave the waving of her hands. No, it is not possible. Because she realized that she is now an old lady. So now what is the complete theme of the poem? The theme is, mirror is truthful and it focuses whatever is being placed in front of it. Okay. The mirror is not affected and mirror is not prejudiced against anyone. The mirror is not at all affected by love and hatredness. Whatever truth is clearly and honestly reflected in front of the mirror. Okay. So did you understand it? Thank you. Have a nice time.